Promise to share a little experience about balancing the correction with the mercy and the love. And this is a little story that I don't know if you thought that it was going to be me doing well, but this is a time where somebody was able to do it well for me, and how it changed the kind of the trajectory of my life. Um, so, so this is back in 1990, maybe even 91. Um, Graduated from high school. There was a girl that I had dated on and off for over a year and a half, and had been a great sport to me, and we kind of helped each other through some difficult times where her parents were divorced and mine were divorced, and so great friends before we even were doing any dating. And so as I was getting closer and closer to my mission, I'd had impressions that that I had to cut it off. Don't need to have a girlfriend. Wanted to really commit myself to serving my mission, and so I kind of would, and then 2 3 weeks later, then we'd kind of get back together, and it was really hard, because the going out on a mission, and the desire to do my best, but to know that I didn't know what my future held. I didn't know what I was going to be able to accomplish, and I didn't know, if this relationship that I built, this friendship, this strength, was going to still be there later on. And so I had a young men's leader, Sunday school teacher, guy that I was actually working for at the time. And, we would study the scriptures together. And one night I was kind of confiding with them about, my fears of if I could cut it off. And he just kept, he was just saying, Rob, if you've had an impression, then do it, and do you think you really know more than God? And really just trying to encourage my faith to say, if I'm acting in faith, if I'm doing something that I've prayed about and I've received an impression about, then I should do it. And I just, anyways, I kept waffling back and forth, and and he kept trying to encourage me to follow the prompting, and I just didn't think I could do it, and I'm like, and you don't understand, and this is a 19-year-old trying to tell a man who's married and has children and understands life. You don't understand, and anyway, so he just said, Rob, sit down. I want to read you a scripture, and he read from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 11, and this is it's a chapter. Well, I'll just read it to you. It says, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. This was a man I totally respected, I loved. It's great strength to me. And he just totally slammed me, called me childish, told me to be a man. Told me that if I really wanted to be someone that the Lord could trust, that I needed to put away childish things and grow up and trust Him. And it rocked my world. And so I did. But the reason why this worked is because, first, I loved that guy. I respected him. He led through example. He wasn't just a guy that preached, but he was like the most pure Christ-like man I had ever known up until that point, and even today. And so he could speak what was harsh words for me, and I was able to take it again. So that balance of do you call somebody out? Do you demand more out of them? You can, when the individual knows that you genuinely love them and care for them and would do whatever you could for them. If you've made a bunch of deposits into that person's life and soul, and then when you come to do a withdrawal, where you say, I need more out of you, or God needs you to do this, it works, because they know in your heart where it's coming from. It's not just you trying to correct somebody. And so, anyways, that was my story. That's why I made a video. It'd be kind of hard to type it all up, but God needs us to step up. He needs us to help others, and He needs us to love them.